Have you ever felt like life is spiraling out of control, as if you're stuck in a whirlwind of chaos and disorder? Sometimes, it feels like everything is falling apart around us, and desperation takes over. Most people will say it's normal, that it's just part of life. But what if I told you that in less than 10 minutes, you could start turning things around? That's right, you don't need months or endless hours. Just a few minutes to begin a powerful, practical process that puts you back in control. Many think that overcoming problems requires radical changes, but that's not always the case. The solution lies in small steps, strategic, manageable actions that, together, make an immense difference. You don't need to change your entire life at once, just start now, right where you are, to create the transformation you want. Each second you invest can be the start of a new chapter. So, if it feels like everything's crumbling, pause for a moment and see how these steps work. In just a few minutes, you can begin rebuilding the foundation you need to get your life back on track. Ready to start? Stick with us till the end to discover how to take the first step toward this change. When life seems to be crumbling, the mess around us is often the first visible sign. It's as if inner chaos reflects in the piles of dirty dishes, scattered clothes, and accumulating dust. But what many don't realize is how a clean environment can influence our mind and emotions. It's not just about tidying up, it's about aligning yourself. Try starting your day by cleaning your room, putting things in order, and notice how that brings a sense of control. This first step, as simple as it may seem, is a sign of self-respect. Self-care goes beyond the appearance of your environment, it reflects on you as well. Think about how you feel when you're clean, fresh, and dressed nicely. That small change can shift how you see yourself. Taking care of yourself is an act of self-love, something that builds self-esteem. Brush your teeth, wash your face, and wear clothes that make you feel good. These small details add up, bringing a whole new perception of who you are. As you start to cultivate these habits of self-care, a subtle change takes place within you. Without even realizing it, each small act of care rebuilds your self-respect, piece by piece. It's as if your exterior is finally aligning with what you want for your inner self. So, are you ready for the next step? The simple truth is that, without direction, life tends to lead us wherever it pleases. Lacking a defined purpose, hours slip away easily, whether spent on social media or in activities that add nothing to our growth. Having a clear goal transforms your day, giving it reason and, above all, meaning. Imagine the difference when you wake up knowing that each action has a purpose. That's how you start walking a purposeful path. Having this clarity is like setting a compass for your actions. To begin, ask yourself who you want to be. It's not about a job or social status, it's about a version of yourself that makes you proud. This version builds on daily habits, choices, and small actions that shape who we are. Write down the traits of this person, how they act, what they do, and what they avoid. By doing this, you start building an image of who you want to become, opening space for change. This is a clarity practice that helps you define your path. From here, set 2 or 3 realistic personal goals that can be achieved in 1 or 2 years. Avoid the common mistake of setting too many goals, that only leads to frustration and a loss of focus. Concentrating on a few goals makes it easier to progress and stay consistent. Write down these goals, visualize them every day, and start structuring your life toward them. With clear goals, it's time to take the first step toward them, and it doesn't have to be a leap. Habit building should be gradual, with small, manageable actions that you can realistically keep up with. Instead of trying to change everything at once, start with something simple, like waking up 30 minutes earlier or taking a daily walk. By making the process easier, you eliminate barriers that might hold you back. This approach of small steps makes progress more consistent. Instead of overwhelming yourself with massive goals, begin building small habits that fit into your daily routine without much effort. This prevents burnout and increases your chances of staying on track. The logic is simple, each small step is a safe step in the right direction. As you see these habits evolving, your motivation to keep going strengthens. The beauty of this process is in its slow, steady progression. Once these small habits are established, you can add new ones, always focusing on continuous transformation. Picture yourself in a few months, achieving what once seemed impossible. This accumulation of consistent actions is what builds a life of purpose and self-control. Starting the day without a plan often leads to frustration. Without structure, each moment becomes a struggle between productive choices and distractions. Creating a basic daily routine is a powerful way to stay focused and avoid the sense of disarray. Write down 3 essential tasks for the day and complete them with priority. This simple act gives your day direction, and each completed task brings a sense of accomplishment. There's no need to plan every minute. In fact, too much control can be as negative as too little. Focus on establishing a few time blocks, especially for your most important activities. This allows flexibility for unexpected events while still enabling you to make progress on your goals. Write these tasks somewhere visible and mark each one when completed. This practice not only organizes but also creates a habit of personal victory.
Want to transform your life from the inside out? Check out our ebook with practical tools for real change. Go to the pinned comment, click the link, and see how to start your transformation today.
As the structure of your day becomes more consistent, you'll notice a shift in how you perceive time. Control over your routine translates into control over your life. With each task checked off, you strengthen your commitment to growth and prepare yourself for the next challenge. Did you know there's a magic pill that boosts your mood, energy, mental clarity, and even strengthens your body? This pill is called exercise, and it's accessible to everyone. Our minds and bodies are designed for movement. Spending the day sitting weakens both our health and our spirit. A simple habit, like walking outdoors or doing light workouts, already makes a huge difference. Regular exercise doesn't have to be intense to bring benefits. The idea is to start with something that fits your reality, like a 20-minute walk or some morning stretches. The key is to stay consistent. This creates energy and self-confidence, which then fuel all other areas of life. Remember, daily movement is a pact with your well-being. And the impact of this commitment is noticeable in a short time. You'll feel more energetic, with greater focus and mental clarity, which will be essential for reaching your goals. This investment in movement is a form of self-care that strengthens personal power with each decision. Saying you'll do something is easy, the challenge lies in following through. Keeping the promises we make to ourselves is an act of respect and builds inner trust. Each time you accomplish what you set out to do, something powerful happens. Your self-confidence grows, along with the sense that you are reliable. This confidence then reflects in all your achievements. To start, choose 1 or 2 small, simple promises you can keep daily. It could be something like getting up when your alarm first goes off or reading a page of a book. These small commitments generate consistency, and consistency generates results. Don't underestimate the impact of a well-executed task. It reinforces that you're in control of your actions. Over time, these commitments grow in complexity and impact. Keeping promises becomes part of your identity, turning each step on the path to growth into an opportunity to reaffirm your strength. Day by day, you build respect and trust within yourself. The road to success isn't a straight line. At some point, you'll stumble, and that's natural. The difference lies in those who choose to get up and keep going, even after every setback. Consistency is what separates those who only dream from those who achieve. It's not about never failing, it's about not giving up. After all, every new day is a chance to start again and move forward. When it comes to building consistency, start with something simple and accessible. For example, if you committed to exercising, do it 3 times a week. Stick to this commitment, even on days when motivation is low. This builds resilience, strengthening with each victory, big or small. In the long run, consistency is the true engine of transformation. Consistency isn't rigid, it adapts, accepts setbacks, and keeps going. The secret is to stay in the process, even when results seem distant. With every step, you move forward, and with every challenge overcome, you reinforce your determination to continue. Waiting for someone else to fix your life won't get you anywhere. Though we may receive help along the way, real change happens when we take responsibility for our choices and their outcomes. Self-sufficiency doesn't mean acting alone, but understanding that actions and decisions need to come from us. When we take responsibility for our progress, the feeling of control and power over our own life increases significantly. A practical example is to take an honest look at where you are and where you want to go. Recognize what depends on you, whether it's learning a new skill or establishing a self-care habit. In doing so, you begin to realize that you have more power over your own destiny than you may have thought. This awareness creates a solid foundation for lasting changes, where each step is a reflection of your commitment. As this responsibility transforms into consistent actions, you'll feel a growing self-sufficiency. This doesn't mean being immune to mistakes but being prepared to learn from them. And by building this foundation of self-sufficiency, you pave the way for the next level of growth and achievements. Change doesn't happen overnight, and that's one of the biggest traps people fall into. Personal transformation requires patience and, above all, a daily commitment to growth. Each small action counts, and the important thing is to remember that each step in the right direction, no matter how small, is building a new version of yourself. It's like a sculpture, each hammer stroke is essential to reveal the final masterpiece. To make this transformation practical, think of something you'd like to change in yourself. Maybe it's being more organized or developing more self-control. Choose a daily action that contributes to this goal and incorporate it into your routine. This consistency strengthens change and makes growth inevitable. With each small achievement, your confidence grows, opening space for even bigger challenges. Growth is a cycle that renews with each step forward. As you progress, new goals emerge, and confidence grows. This is the path of continuous evolution, where learning never stops and the possibilities of becoming your best self expand more and more. Reaching the end of a transformation journey doesn't mean the work is over. On the contrary, pursuing the best version of yourself is a lifelong journey. This continuous process brings true meaning and purpose, keeping the spirit always in search of new challenges and learning. Those who understand this know that life is a work in progress, always open to improvement. With each victory, big or small, motivation grows to conquer the next goal. This constant pursuit makes routine something special, filled with meaning. So, always reserve time to reflect on your goals, redefine what's important, and adjust the path as needed. This practice keeps you from becoming complacent and ensures that growth remains a priority. Deep down, the real satisfaction comes from knowing the journey continues. At each stage, a new part of who you are emerges, bringing more clarity and self-confidence. And the question remains, are you ready to keep seeking your best, no matter the challenges ahead? Now that you know each step to regain control, the question is, are you willing to put all of this into practice? Making this change requires action and commitment, and the power is in your hands. So, how will you act from now on? What commitment are you willing to make to yourself to transform your life? If this content resonated with you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications. That way, you keep receiving transformational content and don't miss a tip to stay strong on the journey of self-knowledge and self-control. After all, each day is a chance to become a better version of yourself.